So a little bit earlier, Charles, I mentioned that some Trump defenders seem to be hiding at the moment, and we have some members of the former president's camp now changing their tune. Let's listen to what Alan Dershowitz had to say.
There is enough evidence here to indict Trump, but Trump will not be indicted, in my view, because the evidence doesn't pass what I call the Nixon-Clinton standards.
So how bad is this looking for Trump that even some of his former allies can't deny what he's done here? I mean, they just can't.
Well, we have finally reached the point where Donald Trump has become truly radioactive in a space where for a long, long time, he could not do anything that would allow his supporters to turn their backs on him or walk away from him. But I think that as we have seen things now get released from the court, we've seen the affidavit, albeit heavily redacted, as most people expected, myself included, we're starting to see that, look, there really is something here. I mean, Donald Trump has been the proverbial gingerbread man through the entire time that he's been in public office, whether it was the Access Hollywood scandal, whether it was his multiple impeachments, whether it was the Mueller investigation. All of these things he's sort of evaded and been so elusive when it's come to being held accountable. But now you're seeing as Merrick Garland and the DOJ are moving forward, and you see the very methodical, very intentional way that this investigation is proceeding, along with January 6th. Let's not forget that. What the January 6th Commission has done in terms of unearthing this stuff, all of it has really made him far more radioactive than he's ever been in the past. And I think at this point, a lot of his supporters understand there's no way around this. This man has broken the law. And if I continue to support him in the ways that I have, I am not only condoning it, but I'm enabling it, and I'm contradicting so much of what I've said before. Why they care about it now is beyond me, because this has been happening for years, but it is something that we're starting to see take root.
So Charles, we got a little less than a minute left. There was an opinion piece in the New York Times that said, quote, pursuing prosecution of Mr. Trump could further entrench support for him and play into the conspiracy theories he has sought to stoke. Should this be taken into consideration, or does the rule of law trump politics?
Mike, I agree with what the author said in that place. I think that it does have a lot of political implications, but ultimately I think the interest of justice has to trump. I think that, pardon the pun, I think that it has to actually be the most important thing that reigns paramount, particularly as a prosecutor. There are outside interests that you will always consider, and in this one, there are a plethora of them to choose from. But ultimately, we do have to be responsible and hold people accountable if we are going to suggest that no one is truly above the law.
All righty. Charles Coleman, I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming to the Sunday Show.
Always.
Coming up, things are heating up in Florida after Tuesday's primary. Up next, we'll break down just how high the stakes are for the Sunshine State. We'll be right back.